time where the movie started, facing at a photo they've taken. Space tree flying through the skies and battles happen everywhere.
Thanks for joining me, everyone. Here we have Star Wars The Black Series Knight of Ren figure 105. So the Knight of Ren, this is a enclave of masked warriors wielding distinct weapons for range and close quarter combat. The Knights of Ren are elite, fearsome enforcers of Kylo Ren. So I got this figure because I like Jedi type, Jedi and Sith type figures, and you know, I like the whole concept of the Knights of Ren. Do I like this figure? He's okay. Hasbro's trying to do some new things with it, with this line, in terms of getting rid of some of the pins so that they're not visible. But there's some good things, there's some bad things about this figure. Why don't we take a closer look? So let's just make it easier. Take this dio portion off. And we will get a closer look. Let me stop his spinning here. So let's start off with his accessories. So this Knight of Ren comes with this melee weapon. I don't know why you would use something like this when they had other melee weapons, but this is his melee weapon of choice. I can't remember what it did during the movie. I probably have to watch it again to kind of look at it, but you can see there's the handle right there. There's some sort of almost like button type thing that you can press on there. But it's got a lot of detail. But honestly, this looks like a pretty stupid weapon to me. But whatever. It's an accessory. I'll take it. His gun can be holstered in this weird little holster here. It's kind of cheapo holster, but you saw how it went out. It's the same way going in. You got to put it in here and then flip this on top. But again, it's got some paint apps in terms of this brown color on the handle. It's got a black wash to it, but highly detailed sculpt. So it's nice to have. Let's just put this back in here. And he doesn't have it holstered. That's a pretty ugly, huge looking holster. But I guess it would have been even uglier if it wasn't just a bunch of straps. You would have had a huge hulking piece of plastic sticking out of the side. Let's see, this should go in farther. Sorry. Alright, got them in. And let's get this out of the way. So I really like the helmet. See, nice sculpted detail there. It's got a couple of different tones of black, blackish gray on here. Black strap there, obviously the silver in the front. And then underneath, oh, that's all sculpted together in terms of his helmet. Almost looks like Kylo's helmet, but a lot more grooves in it. Then you have this plastic, soft plastic garb on top of him. Don't know if you can, it doesn't look like it is removable. But you know, the figure is done in a way where it doesn't hinder the plastic. So there's, looks like two pieces, separate pieces. You have this skirt piece and this torso piece. So even though this torso piece is covering the whole torso, it doesn't seem to get in the way of his range of motion. There's some discoloration on it. It's supposed to be sand or dirt. You can see it right there, and right on top here, and in the back there's little smudges. You can see the same sort of thing down here. I don't know why you would have it here, not on his butt, and then some up here. That's how they did it though. You do have it on the inside, towards the bottom. None of that dirt or sand is on his arms. You see way too much on his legs. It's a whole bunch. You would think that there'd be some in the back here. There's a little bit, but you'd think be a little bit more compared when this whole front part is kind of sanded. I think I might just paint this all black because I really don't care to see him all dirty like that. So I might repaint this figure in general. I don't care about those dirty sand details. Okay. He's got these bracers on his arms. They kind of go out pretty far, which looks kind of silly, especially in this hand right here that only goes up and down. So it looks like it's really far out. On this side, where the hand only flexes laterally, and it doesn't look as bad because you can bend the arm, so it doesn't look like it goes splaying out nearly as far as it does on this arm. Boots also have this nice sculpt to the shins. I'm not a big fan of all this muck that they did. So when we go to articulation seems to be both a ball at the top of the head and at the neck. So he can look really far down, and he can look up, but it's limited because when he's looking up, I think this probably gets in the way. It doesn't actually look like it's getting in the way, but when I make him look up, it seems to want to go back down into place. But he can look that far up, so that's not bad. But I do like that neck joint. It's really nice. He can pivot his head all around, obviously spin all the way around if he wanted to. So really nice head and neck range of motion altogether. His elbows go higher than 90 degrees. They do spin all the way around, and it does appear to have a butterfly joint. So that's nice. Like I said before, that doesn't get hindered by this soft plastic garb. There is a diaphragm joint here, and because this skirt piece rides up high, his waist looks super high, but you know, it's nice. It gets the job done in terms of getting it to bend whichever way he wants to go. I forgot to go into the rest of the arms. He has single jointed elbows that go greater than 90 degrees, and they got rid of the pins, visible pins. I don't know if I like this look. I think I prefer the pins with the double joints. It gives it a better range of motion, and it doesn't look as terrible. His arms still look kind of bad. Probably doesn't look so bad because he's all in black, but I don't know. I think the sculpt pays the price. His elbows just look all funny. I don't know. It doesn't look that great to me. As I stated before, this wrist goes vertically up and down, spins around, and he's got a trigger finger, so that's going to go for this gun, but for this melee weapon, it doesn't really hold that well in this hand, and therefore you're left putting it in this hand, and this one only goes out laterally. So in terms of hip articulation, he can kick about this much. It gets hindered by the soft plastic. His splits are going to be hindered too. If you didn't have the soft plastic, I'm sure you go much farther out. Let's see if I can bend this soft plastic. Not really much. Can't really bend it much because this is so thick. So that's all going to get in the way. You know, he's got single jointed knees, just like the single jointed arms. And this is the ugliest joint. I, again, would rather have really preferred the pin, because this just looks terrible, in my opinion. Like, look at that. That's gross. Totally gross. Don't like it. Stop it. Just do what you did before. This is a terrible looking joint. It's totally gross. But look what you can do, though. Yeah. Not that anyone... I guess if you want to make someone's leg broke, there you go. Something you couldn't do before. He's not going to get in the best seated poses because of this soft plastic. That's about as far as he's going to get in terms of seating. His ankles on a forward pinford rocker, so nothing really new there. It extends really well, and it flexes about that much. So it doesn't extend that much because of these shin guards. So overall, in vanilla poses, it looks really looks pretty good, but I don't like the joints that much. They were experimenting a lot on these joints. Not a big fan, but overall, not a bad figure. You know, I probably would have liked it better with the old articulation more. So, all right, I hope that helps you all and determines whether you want to order it. I think I ordered this through Amazon and it just came yesterday. But, all right, everyone, stay safe, stay at home, order stuff online if you're going to order stuff, or save your money and hunker down and have a good one.